Yo, what's up, guys? Everyone, today, man, I'll be talking about just how serious of a playoff threat the Minnesota Timberwolves are. A team that people gave up on like midway through the season. They were going through their, they just were not looking like a competent basketball team. Everything that could go wrong was going wrong for that team. Julius Randle missed for like 11 straight games, and we're just like, man, what is going on? And then we see Jaden McDaniels. He goes on that stretch, takes that leap, and I remember he had a quote not too long ago. He was like, "Damn, I forget I point them like 6'10" and I can put the ball on the floor." Like, Jaden McDaniels, they've been calling for you off at the leap for how many years, bro? And you finally got into that mode, and I'm happy to see that he has that in him, and they can actually show that. I mean, he's on an absolute bag of a contract, so thankfully he was able to show that off. But we know him as a guy last season was a really good three-point shooter. And this season, he hasn't been that three-point shooter, but he can show that he still has that in the tank, which, especially in a playoff format, he can get hot for a series, which is absolutely scary, especially from those corners. And he can put the ball on the floor, can get to the rim, he can defend the opposition's best player. That's a threat. So the Timberwolves, they are currently the 7th seed, tied in the win column with the Thunder, not with the Thunder, but with the Warriors, who are the 6th seed. The Warriors do have the tiebreak over them, so they are both 16 games behind the Thunder, who are the number 1 seed in the NBA. And hey, man, they've been looking good. They've won the last 12 games that Julius Randle has played in, and they're winners of 8 of their last 10 games. They are they are top 10 in both offensive and defensive net rating. Let me go ahead and just look that up real quick. So on terms of net rating, the Timberwolves are 10th. So we know offense. The defense is obviously the calling card, is the identity, is the strong suit of the Timberwolves. But the offense, at points, it can get clunky, you know, because they have a number 1 option, and Anthony Edwards, who's one of the premier players in basketball, been one of the best three-point shooters in basketball. But his mid-range shot, it just isn't there this season. He's shooting under like 37% on mid-range jumpers, shooting 60% at the rim. Just not really the Anthony Edwards that we know. But again, like I said, what Jaden McDaniels is, for a series, he can get high and show that, hey, I'm still a 3-level scorer. Now this season, he's really just been overall great at the 3-point line, but definitely taking a step back in those other 2 levels. But still, they have the 10th best net rating in basketball at 114.6. In terms of defense, we know they have some premier defenders, some BPY level talents, and Jaden McDaniels and Rudy Gobert. Anthony Edwards is a really good defender for a star player, for a superstar player. Actually, I'm going to give the Anthony Edwards the official superstar name tag. And he had the 6th best net rating at 110.7, only behind the Thunder, who have one of the best defenses in recent memory, the Rockets, the Magic, the Clippers, and the reigning champion, the Boston Celtics. And also, let's just take a look at net rating as well. They're currently 8th in the NBA with a net rating of 3.9. Again, they have a lot of missed games this season, like Dante DiVincenzo, like I just mentioned, Julius Randle. A lot of guys been in and out of the line. We haven't really seen for a while a fully healthy Timberwolves team. So in terms of the Timberwolves, let's go ahead and get to them overall. In terms of the Timberwolves, they have an extremely deep team. They have, in my opinion, one of the deepest in basketball. So if you were to ask me what is my true, outcome for the Timberwolves, I would say somewhere around, actually, let's put a bow on it. Right now, they would face the Timberwolves. Right now, the Timberwolves are the 7th seed. They would face, if they win their play-in game against the Clippers, they would face the Nuggets. If they lose that game, they would face the Thunder. So I think the Warriors are going to finish ahead of them. And maybe the Warriors, maybe the Lakers go down. But if they're one of those 2 play-in games against the Thunder and Nuggets, against the Thunder, I unfortunately for the Timberwolves been out there, I have the Timberwolves losing that series against the Thunder 6 games. Against the Nuggets, I have them losing that series in 7 games. It's just Jokic, Murray. I know y'all beat them last year, but y'all had Cat. I know Cat wasn't a playoff dropper, but he wasn't a playoff dropper really into the Mavericks series, I would say. So it's like, unfortunately, I think 2nd round exit at best for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, they can go 7 to the Thunder, and anything happen Game 7. If I were to guess, if Jeremy McDaniels is on this thing, Nah and Nas, DDV on. I mean, everybody has to play phenomenal. You have the game plan defensively. J Mac on the best offensive player that you're playing against. Gobert against the center that you're playing against. It's a tough series. Chris Finch is definitely a really good coach. Like it's a tough series. But overall, at max, have the Timberwolves being a second round exit. I'm just gonna read off all of these players on the Minnesota Timberwolves that are like, yeah. Also, before I get into that, the Timberwolves also do have the 10th best record in basketball with the I don't know why people want to say the OKC Thunder, the Golden State Warriors, who have been red hot since they got my dog Jimmy Butler. So the thing with the Timberwolves, they have so much depth that it's hard to play guys. Like, I'm gonna name guys that are just rotational guys that just can't get minutes. I'm gonna name everybody at once and I'm gonna get into that. But there's so many guys that just like can't get clocked. Like off the top of my head, Rob Dillingham, Terrence Shannon Jr. Like these are guys that are rookies, but they have shown flashes this season. They just can't get clocked because now guys are getting healthy and it's like, damn, like we can't get no clock. We show flashes, but it's like Chris Finch's job is tough, man. It's like you have so much, which is like they did the cat trade and to get more depth with like hopefully extending for them Naj Reid and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. But now it's like we still have a surplus of depth. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Clark has been really great defensively this season. Mike Conley shooting last time I checked, he was shooting like 40% from three. Shout out to Unc Mike. Donte DiVincenzo has played both point guard and shooting guard, one of the premier shooters in basketball, shooting 39% from three on over 7 attempts per game. He's improved as a playmaker. He's always been, in my opinion, an underrated defender. We saw that last year with the Knicks. He's not one of those guys that just only chuck up threes. He can also defend at a decent clip as well. So shout out to the, what do they call him? The Big Ragu, DDV, Donte DiVincenzo, Rob Dillingham, Shifty Rob. I thought I was going through Instagram. I saw a post. It was like, pay $15 to watch Rob Dillingham hoop. It was like, they just using Rob Dillingham for pro, but they're not even getting my boy in the game. Which is like, I mean, type shit. Another guy I want to mention, Rudy Gobert. I mean, he's definitely the Rudy Gobert that we've seen in years past. I don't know what it is. He just maybe takes time to get acclimated to his front court teammate. We saw that with Cat. They struggled early on in like the first half, and it took them the whole year to get on. The second year, they took the leap. Last year, the West Conference Finals, then they traded away Karl-Anthony Towns, which is like still insane. But at least they've been getting really good production recently from both Randall and Donte DiVincenzo, which is like, didn't they give up a first, I want to say, as well? The Knicks, did they give a first to get Cat? I don't know. I haven't really gone through all that at all. But anyways, let's move on. So Rudy Gobert, who is one of the better rim protectors in basketball, who is one of the best rebounders in basketball. We know he has brick hands. We know he's generally a hysterical player to watch offensively when it comes to anything in the paint. Free throws, we see him airball free throws. We see him get a small defender on him and not know how to post him up. I mean, he's just a very, very interesting player, to say the least. Jeremy McDaniels, at his peak, he's able to put the ball on the floor, able to get to the rim, again, being able to guard the opposition's best offensive player. And I do like his mid-range jump shot and his ability at points to hit the corner three-point shot. So shout out to, I don't know what his nickname would be. I don't know. I'm not really tapped in with the Timberwolves like Twitter, so I don't know what they call him. Did they just call him J-Mac or not Jordan McLaughlin? I don't even know the people. I just want this yapping, so let's just get into it. Josh Minot, he's had a decent amount of production when he's gone into the game. I've definitely been seeing that. Julius Randle, obviously, he's a very interesting player. He has awful PR. Obviously, he's been a playoff dropper in the playoffs, but I think playoffs, in terms of that, I think it's really just all mental at the end of the day. So it's like, maybe he has a good series, maybe he doesn't. I remember that one series, he had a great regular season, played against the Hawks, genuinely just shit himself, and I'm just like, damn, he went on terrible. Like, tore dates, and more tore dates. Like, it was bad. It was very, 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 very bad. But I wouldn't be surprised if Randall has good, series. It would not surprise me whatsoever. Julius Randle is a very interesting player. Obviously, we know he loves his turnaround jumpers, but overall over the last couple of seasons, been able to get to the rim more. 3-point shot has not been there this season, shooting 32% from three, just not ideal whatsoever. But again, what I said to everybody, they can just get hot. They're NBA players. They think they take hundreds on hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands shots a day. So that anything can happen. Anything can happen. And then you have Naz Reid, who is just one of the premier stretch bigs in all the basketball. He's a starter in this league. If I was a team, I would throw like a 20 to $25 million bag to make Naz Reid my starting power forward. And yeah, 6'10", shifty, can space the floor. One thing about really what I want him to work on is, like, you know, I would say, like, I want him to improve to like rebounding and I don't know, maybe some more like rim protecting. Not saying that he's an awful rim protector, but everybody can improve for a rim protecting wise, especially a guy that is it's like around like 6'9", 6'10". I see ESPN has like at 6'9", 260. So yeah, whatever. And then you have Terrence Shannon Jr. as well, who out of Illinois. I watched him last year in the tournament. He is great. He is just special athlete. His ability to get to the rim, but he's hitting those threes. He's showing off his athleticism both offensively and defensively as well. Shout out to bro. So again, the Timberwolves have just a laundry list of talent on that roster, which is like Chris Finch has his work cut out. You have to make the rotation even smaller in the playoffs to have that max, like an 8 or 9 man rotation, which is just like NBA coaches, assistants, everybody that's into that. Like, you just have your work cut out for you. So overall, with the Timberwolves, I mean, it really starts with Anthony Edwards. He needs to be able to hit the mid-range and get to him consistently, which he just has not been able to do this season. And then you have a guy like Julius Randle, whose efficiency has been all right. I mean, he has a 58.5% shooting percentage, which is like, all right. It's not great. It's not awful. It's just all right. So that's right now is your number 2 option. You know, you could have your number 3 option in the playoffs. I would more so want Randle to be my number 3 and have a number 2 be somebody else, but that's not the case right now. You know, you have to rely on a couple of guys to be your number 3s or collectively help. You have one of the best benches in basketball. You have you have DDV. You have a lot of guys come off the bench and provide you with instant production, both offensively and defensively as well. You need to stop Jalen Clark. Come on down. This is an extremely deep team. You have Naz Reid as well, who's been really efficient, shooting 39% on almost 6 threes per game. He's been amazing above the break from 3 this season at 39.5%. Overall, been really good. Right corner threes, he's shooting 37.5%. Right corner threes, he's shooting 40%. And his mid-range shot, only taking 23 mid-ranges, but he is shooting 47.8% on those as well. And then you get to Dante DiVincenzo, who did struggle early on. If you were like, damn, really lost the cat trade. Cat's gonna be most likely all NBA as long as he hits the 65 games, I would say. Then he's finally came on. DDV has finally came on. He's shooting 40% above the break. Only thing he needs to work on is right corner three. He's only shooting 26.1% from his right corner three, but left corner three is really good, shooting 41% on those. And then after that, you have Na, who obviously is another one of your premier defenders. Na shooting phenomenal. Na is always great in those corners. Na is one of the most scariest corner three-point shooters on corner threes this season in the right corner. Let's start off the right. 45.5%, just absolutely insane. From the left corner, he is shooting 55.8% on 43 attempts. Left corner threes, 43 attempts. Right corner threes, 66%. This guy is going to get like a $15 million bag, and whoever gets him, maybe it's the Timberwolves, I don't know. They're going to absolutely adore him. And then you have Gobert, who, you know, doesn't do anything outside of catch lobs and occasionally just back somebody down in the paint, shooting 76% at the rim. And last but not least, Jaden McDaniels. Now, Jaden McDaniels, like I said, at points he remembers that he can put the ball on the floor, and that's DJ Mac that got that bag. That's the guy that Timberwolves fans are looking for to be that, maybe that third option. I mean, he's getting paid to be the third option. consistently that third option. I mean, from three this season, from the above the break, has been great. From the corners, he's been abysmal. Above the break threes, shooting 37.5%. From the right corner threes, he's shooting 31%. From the left corner, he's shooting 29.1%. Mid-range jumper has been better than average. He's shooting 45.2% from middies. At the rim, 69%, which is above average. And non-paint rim shots, 45.6%. But other than that, y'all, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. It's your boy John. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.